Oh, there he is. Where is the, okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our city council meeting. Today is Tuesday, August 19th. It is 2:03 p.m., and I call this meeting to order. We will move on to let the record reflect that we do have quorum. We'll move on to agenda item number 2, which is our invocation and pledge of allegiance. We have our invocation that will be led by Deacon John Sines with Cornerstone Baptist Church, and then followed by our pledge of allegiance, by Council Member Mr. Pete Beltrán. Welcome, Deacon.
Let us pray. The Lord in heaven, we read in your holy Bible that Jesus was asked by someone, "What is the greatest commandment?" He answered, "Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Thank you that the council has chosen to honor one who loves her neighbor. She has worked tirelessly as a pediatrician, healing and helping sick children, ministering to the parents who were so upset and anxious at the time of their children's sickness. On her personal time, she labored with charitable organizations like the March of Dimes and raised funds for research and for development new techniques to help sick children. Lord, Dr. Patel has truly shown that she loves her neighbors. We thank you for placing her here among us. And Lord, we feel blessed that she has shared her passion for people, for healing, and for service with this community in Alice, Texas. In our Lord Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Can I direct you to the flag, please? Behind us.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If council can join me for...
Thank you, Pastor.
We don't have any public comments, so...
For an agenda item.
Okay, so when we get to that agenda item, okay. And if council can join me down the floor.
Okay.
It is our honor, Dr. Patel, to present to you, on behalf of the city, the key to the city. For all your works, for all your dedication, for all you've done for our community and our city, and for the children, the parents, everyone you guided and you loved throughout your career. Thank you so much, because I know I was touched by some of your teachings, and thank you so much, because I will carry those with me forever. So, sure.
Can y'all look at me real quick? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon to everybody, and I'm gonna always blessed by my guru who brings me from darkness to the light. So I'm gonna take 2-sentence slok and then I will start. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The creator of our whole universe, we are telling him thanks by this sloka. Now I'm going to say, everybody, good afternoon. My respected Alessians, council members, Mayor Carrasco, CEO Mr. Moraine, Mr. Dominic, Margot Rios, and my Christus family. These are my precious nurses with me, Dolly, Belinda, Darlene, and my very supportive colleagues, Dr. Kaman, Dr. Mandana, and I don't know other doctors has made it or not through, but all has supported me in my long years. And my colleague doctors, I'm very, very thankful to you. I always give credit to Almighty, and I count myself as an instrument of God. And whatever I have achieved is through Him. So all my credit and these keys should be also part of the God. So He is the one who leaded me. He's the one who make me to work. And He's the one who make me achieve everything with my family support of Alice. I'm proud of my town, Alice, and Alessians, my colleagues who supported me. And I'm very much surprised and excited as a selection done for this prestigious award. And I'm very appreciative, and definitely I will cherish until last breath of my life. I wanted to make everybody to laugh that when I kick the bucket, this will be in front of me. This memorable event will be in front of me. I just wanted to thank to God, thank to all my friends, thank to city, thank to council members, thank to especially mayor, and thanks to everybody who participate to make this event for me. And thank you again, and God bless you all. God bless America, and top of it, God bless Alice and Alessians. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys that you selected me for this prestigious award. Yeah, it's like my dream came true, I guess. Thank you very, very much. Yes, and I see so many faces here which has been touched by me. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I think it'd be good.
Oh.
Just real quick.
Okay, come on, come on. Pinakina. Pinakina? You hold this and I hold this.
I was like, you need to hold your key. There you go.
Okay, ready? That's the key to the city.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one like this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. They will probably say yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Hey, babies. Is it okay?
Gail, make some photos over here.
Next to the house.
Very appropriate. Very appropriate.
Let's you together first.
I don't have my Mary, come, Dolly. Mary, come on. Okay. All right. Okay.
She did a great job too. I know.
Sign? Okay. We sign. Thank you.
Send it to me. Dad, hold on. Dad. 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 Those two first. Oh, okay. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Can you please?
Of course I can.
Darling.
Perfect. Got it. Thank you so much.
Darling. Come here. Yeah, they have meeting. Miss Barr, when you and the mayor, get from here.
Nice to meet you.
You are supposed to line the dogs of these. Yes, we have the office. Someone in Please. Please give me a-
Take care.
Let me get this one. Let me get this
Thank you. It was beautiful. Very nice, yeah, man, that was very good. You need to phone all 5 members. You're gonna go in and you let me know when. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay, yeah. We are starting meeting. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Is that your first one? Yeah. This is my turn. So nice. Thank you, guys. You're welcome.
Thank you. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh. You know what? Thank you for doing that. Cause did you give the script or for the deacon? Oh, I think that's so awesome because it helps so much. You know? Yeah. I was like, wow. Perfect. Alrighty. So we need Mr. Molina. Huh?
Oh, he's on the phone.
Yeah. All right.
Was it over? Everybody's gone.
Meeting's over, go home.
Okay, so moving on
That was beautiful.
to consent agenda. All consent agenda items are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and voted on separately. 5.1, discuss, consider, and act upon approval of city council minutes for July 15th, 2025, July 29th, 2025, August 5th, 2025, and August 6th, 2025, city council meetings.
Mayor, make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay,
Second.
we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. And I wanted to just briefly, just real quick, say that our thoughts and prayers are also with our council member, Mr. Mauricio Garza. He did want to be here, but he has a family issue that he's tending to, so our prayers are with his family. 6, individual consideration. 6.1, hold a public hearing to discuss, consider, and act upon adopting an ordinance to rezone 1850 South Johnson Street from a one-family district R1 to mobile home subdivision R6, PS Joseph Oil subdivision, Track A, measure 000.288 of the original 2-acre tract on the warranty deed recorded in Alice, Jemels County, Texas. Okay. Oh, did we? Okay, it is 2:20 p.m. I open the public hearing at this time. Anyone wishing to speak in reference to this agenda item is welcome to step forward and speak in reference to this agenda item. Do we have anyone in the interim while we're waiting?
Yeah, but it's this item, so this is an area that's considered a little bit of a mixed use also, so it went to planning and zoning, and it is going from an R1 to an R6 to allow for a manufactured home, and it did go to planning and zoning, and they approved it unanimously.
Council, any questions? Mr.
No, I have nothing.
Mr. Molina?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Mrs. Bowen?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Anyone wishing to speak in reference to this agenda item, you're welcome to step forward. It is a public hearing at this time. Okay. Seeing no one wishing to speak before council in reference to this agenda item, I will close our public hearing. It is 2:21 p.m. Okay. Council, if there's no further discussion or any questions in reference to this agenda item, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, make a motion that we accept 6.1 as stated.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you, council. 6.2, discuss, consider, and act upon entering into a professional services agreement between the City of Alice and BKCW Insurance for insurance consulting and brokerage services, and authorizing the city manager to negotiate and sign agreement. Mr. Esparza?
Yes,
We'll
Desiree's
have
gonna-
Ms. Okay,
Good
Ms.
afternoon,
Desiree.
Mayor, Council. The city issued a request for proposals for insurance consultant services. The RFP was advertised in the Alice Echo newspaper for 2 consecutive weeks. The first advertisement was on July 2nd, and the second was on July 9th. The proposals were due at 2 p.m. on Friday, August 1st, which were then, submissions were opened and read aloud here in council chambers here at City Hall. We received one proposal submitted by BKCW Insurance. City staff has reviewed the submission and believes that BKCW Insurance is to be qualified and experienced for what the city needs. We are bringing this to council so that city manager can negotiate and go into an agreement for the city.
Okay. Council, any questions? Mr. Beltran?
So we only had one person put in,
Yes.
So are we going to review this, or he's just giving, it's not a presentation or anything like that?
No, and,
The bid opening? The only-
yeah, I mean, we received, in the, it's in the packet, the bid that we received, and BKCW has been doing community action for 30 years, and so we checked with them as well, and they're happy with their services. It's the same services that Acrisure has been doing for us
Okay.
the past several years. And so, yeah, just looking for authorization to negotiate the agreement with them.
So they're replacing Accusure, or? Okay.
Used to be Carlisle Insurance.
Right. Any particular reason?
Oh, actually, for here, we just didn't, nobody else bid.
Wow.
And
Okay.
they bid, but we're happy with their proposal anyway.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. No other questions? No, ma'am. Okay. Okay, if there's no further questions or any discussion, I'll entertain a motion in reference to this agenda item.
May I make a motion to approve entering into a professional service agreement between the City of Alice and BKCW Insurance for insurance consulting and brokerage services, and authorizing city manager to negotiate and sign agreement?
Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Thank you, council. 6.3, discuss, I'll open it and then. 6.3, discuss, consider, and act upon entering into an interlocal agreement with the Coastal Bend Council of Governments, RPC, for 911 Public Safety Answering Point Services, and authorize city manager to execute contract with Coastal Bend Council of Governments for 911 services with the Commission on State Emergency Communication, CSEC. And
Please, Chief.
before we move, there was someone that would like to speak before.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Before council in reference to this agenda item. If I could have Mr. Noel Esquivel step forward, and if you can state your address for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Council, Mayor, good afternoon. For the record, I am Noel Esquivel, the 911 Program Director for the Council of Governments. My address, business address is 2910 Leopard Street in Corpus Christi, Texas, 78407. If you would like my home address, it is 4817 Johnston, Corpus Christi, Texas, 78415. So I am coming here in person today from a little far away today. To start, good afternoon. This is in regards to agenda item 6.3. For those who have read it, this is just a refresh of the interlocal agreement that is signed every biannual year during an odd year. In this case, this was sent out to the city secretary July 23rd. For some brief information on the interlocal agreement, the 911 grant provides assistance to the 11 county region and 17 public safety answering points for the Coastal Bend, one being located in this area known as Alice Police Department. This interlocal agreement is an agreement for the local government that operates an approved public safety answering point to assist in implementing the strategic budget plan that was recently approved by the Commission on State Emergency Communications back in late July. This agreement ensures performance monitoring to adhere for compliance on equipment. CBCOG also assists the public safety answering point on reimbursing promotional educational needs, services, or any other equipment that is beneficial for the telecommunicator. We also provide front and back room equipment at no cost to you all. This is a service that's also embedded into the interlocal agreements to be able to assist further call takers, and is always refreshed every 3 years for the front room, The server equipment is refreshed every 6 years or is known as backroom equipment. I thank you for putting this on this agenda on such short notice today. I'm going to volunteer the rest of my time for any questions or comments after when it does come up for discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Esparza.
Chief says it's good.
Chief.
She says go ahead and consider it.
Okay, council, you have any questions in reference to the agenda item before us?
Sir, could you take the podium? Oh.
Well, I was just asked, well, I was gonna ask Chief.
Yes. Chief or?
Well, both can stay.
Okay.
Yeah. Council, do you have any questions? Mr. Beltran,
I'm good.
Mr. Molina,
Good. I read over.
Mrs. Bowen?
No, I read it.
Okay. I was just asking, this is the interlocal agreement, and this is in that equipment, just for the record, when we've had, there's been no problems with the system or anything, correct?
No, ma'am. We've never had any problems. I said, sometimes we do get where there's numerous 911 calls come in.
Yeah.
Sometimes we only have 2 people, and so that call will go to another location.
Okay.
But there will always be somebody answering the phones. But as far as everything goes, everything's been, we've been great. We've had a great relationship with Coastal Bend Council of Governments and their 911 system. And I mean, it's a benefit to us. And this is every year we go through our agreement. So we've always had a great relationship.
We appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And there was no changes in the agreement, right, from the
No.
previous one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
This
Counsel.
does help, entering an agreement with them, which, and we could provide those services on our own, but the equipment that they have and the equipment that's standardized throughout the region that they're covering kind of helps everybody be on the same page and having the technical support as well. And something that we try to go on our own, it would be very, very difficult and very, very costly.
Okay, thank you. Council, if there's no further discussion or questions in reference to this agenda item, I'll entertain a motion.
May I make a motion to enter into a interlocal agreement with the Coastal Bend Council of Governments, RPC, for 911 public safety answering point services, and authorize city manager to execute contract with the Coastal Bend Council of Governments for 911 services with the Commission on State Emergency Communications, CSEC.
Second.
Okay.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you so much. 6.4, discuss, consider, and act upon entering into a lease agreement with Club Car for 2026 Club Car Tempo 2P electric golf carts for the City of Alice Municipal Golf Course, and authorizing the city manager to execute any and all documents related to the lease.
We have Jay Garcia, our Director of Golf, going to give a presentation on kind of where we are and where we're trying to get.
Well, we need new golf carts. I think the original agreement was to purchase them, and then we just maintain them. But they're in bad shape, and we really don't have the staff to be working on the golf carts every day. So now that play is up, revenue is up, I think we should use the golf carts as an asset to help us create revenue instead of working on the carts every day and have Theo in there, or I could have him helping me on the golf course and keeping things better. So I kind of did a quick analysis on that. So I think the carts will cost us like $46,000 a year, $46,166. And so I did an average. So we're going to average about $267,000 in cart revenue this year. So that kind of leaves us with $221,000 to, share expenses somewhere else, right?
Right.
So make up for some expenses. So I just think we have a pretty good relationship with Club Car, and I think they're part of Servicewell. Is that what it is, Gabriel?
Yes.
So I really never have any issues in getting parts when we need them. They come and service the golf carts every quarter. So we service them every day, right? Every Monday we check, make sure their water levels are appropriate on the batteries, and we try to keep them clean and maintenance, just routine maintenance, right? So I think it's a pretty good deal, and I think just every 4 years I think we should just get a new set of carts. I know right now we're having major problems. I mean, they're not even half of the fleet have new batteries, but the other half have the original batteries. So on weekends it's just been taskful because they don't even make, half of the fleet will not even make 18 holes. So that means that it's just a challenge from like 11 to like 3. We can't afford to do that on weekends because half of our play is from the weekend, generating revenue. So hopefully if we can improve that today, we'll have the carts in about 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, so the options are to replace a bunch of batteries and then also buy them out toward the end of the year with a purchase to buy them, or continue leasing them, but we still have the expense of buying
All the batteries.
big section of batteries. So.
Oh yeah, it would. If we bought $6,000 worth of batteries, and that's like for a third of the fleet.
Wow, okay.
We would have to spend another, total about close to $20,000 in just on batteries, and then the suspensions on the golf carts are not good. I think when we originally made the cart paths, we shouldn't have made the edges on them high. That creates a lot of problems. So we tell the golfers not to jump the curbs, but we sell a lot of beer. So you know what I mean? That causes they start feeling good, and then they just don't pay attention. But for the most part, everybody's okay. So, but I think this is a good idea. I think feel pretty confident in recommending that we approve it and we move on.
Council, any questions? Mr. Ventura?
Are all the cars, are they inside a facility? Are they housed in a shop?
Yes.
Every single one of them?
All 40 of them.
Okay.
Okay, that was my question, how many we had?
40?
Yeah, we have 40.
40.
So
And, These
I know
that are leased are new, brand new?
yeah, these will be new.
Brand new, okay.
Yeah. We could probably use more carts on the weekends, but I think for during the week we're okay, right? It's just, half of our play is half of our revenue is generated on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we really have no space for additional carts, but if we have new carts, I think, they can make 36 holes. So, some of our customers may have to wait because on Saturdays and Sundays, we're out of carts by 9:30. That means we have at least 80 players out there.
Wow.
By 9:30, 10 o'clock, right? So then, they'll have to wait a couple hours, but at this point, I think we're okay with 40 carts. I don't think we need to, increase the expense for the revenue that we're going to generate on really Saturday and Sunday. So I think we're okay.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Ventura?
I'm good.
Mr. Molina?
I didn't hear you say please, but I could hear it in your voice. Those batteries are pretty expensive,
Yeah, they
Yeah, the batteries are real expensive now. They're at least over $200 per battery.
Right, and you need what, 5, or how many do you need?
Six.
6. That's crazy. Are these gonna have the newer ones, Jay, do you know, or no?
Well, they're not going to be lithium.
Okay.
They're just lead batteries,
Right.
and they have a life of about 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
The lithiums have a 5-year life cycle, but are real expensive.
Right.
So the golf carts would be like $4,600 per cart. You know, and those carts really go really, really fast.
Right.
And we don't really need that.
We don't want that. Okay. I appreciate all your efforts. Thank you. I'm good.
I only have one more question. The lease agreement, when is the renewal, or how long is this, a 5-year plan, a 5-year
4.
lease, or what is it?
4 years.
4-year lease? Okay, I missed that, okay. All right,
So we were gonna have to pay $70,000 with the original agreement that we had, but Club Card took care of that. And we're not having to pay that. So it's simply just, we sign it, $3,800 and some change per month.
and can these lease golf carts have our city logo on them?
They're gonna come with the logo.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering.
that's awesome.
They have the
Yeah.
original logo, so.
The
it'll be
original?
that one there.
Yes,
Awesome.
because I don't like the other one.
I don't like the other.
Any other questions
No, we're
or
good.
concerns or?
I'm good.
Do you have anything else? No? Okay. So if council has no further discussion or questions, I'll entertain a motion on this agenda item.
Mayor, I make a motion to enter into a lease agreement with Club Car for 40 2026 Club Car Tempo 2T electric golf carts for the City of Alice Municipal Golf Course, and authorize our city manager to execute any and all documents related to the lease.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, council. We'll move on to 6.5, review and discussion of the 2024-2025 fiscal year revised City of Alice budget and 2025-2026 fiscal year proposed City of Alice budget.
Okay, so this will be a continuation from our last meeting. So we went through really the whole entire general fund last time, and now we're going to go through the enterprise funds, and we'll have finance get started on that. It's going to be the solid waste, the utility, the airport, the golf course, the multi-use, debt service, and the hotel occupancy, and that's it right there. Okay. You want to jump right in?
So we'll begin on page 76, which is the solid waste revenue. On the proposed revenue, we're estimating about $4,016,500 in total. You will see an increase in the sanitation revenue collection. We will be proposing an increase that we will discuss more in detail at the next meeting when we go over the fee schedule.
Reference to page. Do you want to finish on 77 or just nothing else?
Okay.
So what were
On
the
s-
changes on 76?
That was 76, yes.
And there was any changes, or I missed?
Yes, there was an increase in the revenue.
Revenue?
Sure.
Okay.
We were proposing an increase in the sanitation revenue.
Okay.
But we were going to discuss that at the next meeting when we review
With
the fee schedule.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. Okay.
77 is the general service for the solid waste department. This one really just covers the bank charges and the insurance. And there is an increase on the insurance, about $13,000 from 2025's budget.
Council, any questions on these two pages, Mr. Goodman?
I have none. No, I'm good.
No.
And in general, the insurance is going up, right? Because I noticed it throughout the whole.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then the bank charges, that's because when we charge, is that
Criminal
also?
charges, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Those are the fees associated with it. And we're looking into that, City Manager, and we're looking at trying to reduce those.
Okay.
And that's across the board on that.
Right, that's across the board. That's not only
Right,
solid
yeah.
waste. We're gonna look at that throughout the city.
Next, we have the sanitation department. On page 78, I did want to let you know we will be making a change on a position for a superintendent. We will be adding that. There won't be a change to the salary, just the title.
So instead of municipal solid waste director, is that what? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No, it will be a superintendent. Will be,
But you're changing
title
it
will be
from that title to superintendent? Is
Right.
that what you-
No
okay.
salary change.
No, the dollar amount will not change.
Okay.
Council, any questions on the function sheet? Mr. Betterman?
I'm good, thank you.
Mrs. Bowen? Okay.
On the department on page 79 and 80, you'll notice a decrease. This is due to the salary since we are going from a director to a superintendent. So there is a decrease for that. Any questions on sanitation department?
Council, any questions on that? On this page, right? And then,
Okay, next we have the recycling. There really is no changes on the recycling department.
on this one, so what are we doing? Because we unfunded the equipment operator, but what are we doing for recycling? We used to have it open for Wednesdays, I'm sorry. Mr. Esparza?
I thought
Will it
was still
continue?
open on Wednesdays.
It still is.
It will?
But we have them working like,
I'm sorry?
Yes, no, on Wednesdays?
On Wednesdays. And
do
where
you-
is that salary at then?
yeah, who do you
It's part
have
of
there
the
from what department?
It'll be in a different area,
No, it's part of sanitation.
Sanitation?
part of sanitation? Okay, thank you.
If you look at the budget, it was total book, that department.
So we still have expenses on here in reference to the recycling center affiliated with that? Okay. Great. Any other questions on recycling center? No? Owen?
Vehicle repair and maintenance, that went, let me see. No, I guess it's okay. I'm fine with it, yeah.
Okay. Next we have the landfill. That one, we do have an increase. That is due to sampling, which are requirements that we have. So to fulfill the requirements, we've had to do more sampling.
For the samples? Council, any questions in reference to this agenda? I mean, this page, I'm sorry. Mr. Bentham?
The next page, 85, we have the transfers. We have to general fund, debt service, and the post-closure. They're pretty much the same as last year. And with all of these expenses, we do show that the solid waste fund will have an excess of revenue over expenses of $16,080.
No questions, I'm sorry. Utility.
Okay, next we have the utility fund. We can start on page 92. One thing I did want to bring to your attention is the water tower space rental. You'll notice a jump in that one. That one is the water tower space rental. It's an increase due to 2 towers being constructed in fiscal year '26.
Okay. When do we expect those to be completed?
They should be in the next fiscal year, but I don't know the time frame of exactly.
We're doing a plan review for the
Right.
ones here on camera.
Okay.
I think that one's starting within the next,
About 3 months, that one will be up and running, the second one.
Both of
Council, any questions? Mr. Bednar? Mr. Molina? Mrs. Bowen?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. I do have a question on the disposal services. How did, they went down
We've been
quite a bit.
conservative the last 2 years. That's that agreement that we have with the vendor.
Oh,
So
oh.
we're being conservative
I
because
got
we
you.
don't know.
If they renew or
Correct.
whatever. Okay.
So we're trying to, as you can see, we were very conservative and it actually went through the whole year and we're hoping the same, but we want to be conservative just in case.
And on the raw water, I saw that it changed and then it went back. So are we comfortable with that number or?
Yes, so there was just an issue with the coding, I believe.
The initial set.
Oh.
of
Some
the
of that
code.
revenue went to
Okay.
another account, I believe. Mhm. Still here, but just a different line item.
Okay.
Yes, it was corrected.
Okay. And the infrastructure development fee, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
That's the fee that was agreed upon last budget cycle, and it's basically a fee just for us to set aside to do
For
these
the-
kind of projects. Yes, ma'am.
Like what we've been doing for the streets? And
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and really for the water and wastewater,
Water and wastewater.
water lines, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Council, any other questions in reference to this?
I'm good.
Okay. Next, we have the utility billing on page 94. There was no major changes on this department.
Okay.
Any questions?
Council, any questions? And
Okay.
I just,
Oh,
I think that it's not pertaining to this, so I'll wait. It was just the systems that we have and how are we gonna move forward to try
We
to
have
correct
something on
those?
metering that.
At the
sort
meter,
of
okay.
touches on it.
All right,
Utility meters.
okay. On page 96, the metering department. One thing you may notice is on the meter repair maintenance supplies, we did increase that one significantly. And for this one, we're continuing to update the meters that were not part of the initial meter project, so we will be purchasing some items on that line item.
So basically, to touch to that, the project that we completed, you remember, it wasn't a total switch out of every meter, adding an antenna to everything. It was roughly, we have 7,300 meters in town, and that touched about 3,600.
Oh.
So there's other meters that weren't affected in that project. So basically what we're doing and what we've been doing this year is we're adding what are considered nodes. So they're radio antennas. So that way we're turning into a lot of these into radio reads. So our drivers are just going down, driving down the block, picking up. And the software is part of this, part of that purchase. So as we buy more nodes, we just add to it. And so the
When
software
do
is
you
picking it up.
anticipate that that process?
It just because we're doing it little by little, but I mean, we've added 600 before the end of this year, and this should give us.
So it'd be like maybe 6 years
How
or
many?
so?
I wouldn't even say that because I mean I think they're giving us a better deal as we do it. So I would say I would anticipate we can do something within the next year and a half
Oh,
to really get
Wow,
us back on
good.
track and everything.
okay.
So how many?
We're
have we
seeing it.
done?
We started out with a few to make sure it was going to work,
To try
and
it.
we noticed it within a month right
Oh,
away
good.
that it helped a great deal.
So how many have we done already?
With the nodes that I'm
nodes,
speaking
yeah,
of
with
that
the
we're
node.
adding, we've done this, after this, it'll be 650.
650?
But right now, the pilot that we just went through was for 200.
Oh,
So
okay.
we installed 200 within a month, and now we know, okay, that is gonna help
gonna
out.
work.
Yes,
So the system's working.
right, so now we're seeing, yeah,
So it's a system, if I can understand this, it's a system where they don't have to go in there
They don't
and
have to
uncover it
physically
and dig
go.
it up or
Correct.
anything. It's got the,
correct.
okay.
It's what we call a radio read, so
Radio.
basically it's an antenna on the truck, and it just pings. You just go around, you turn it on, and the guys drive by, and within 2 minutes, in the truck, you'll just hear ding, 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 and it's just picking them all up. And it also gives you an error. If something wasn't picked up, well, then they know they need to physically get down and check it
And
out.
of course, if our citizens ask for a
Right, of course, right.
We'll go down and read it.
But this will free our guys up, as we get
That's
more,
a lot.
this will free up our guys to do those right
Okay.
away.
I just want to make sure I remembered.
No, yes, but unfortunately, it is a process to get us, because the project initially did take care of the whole city, so we're trying to get it.
Look at there.
We don't have any of those meters left. I remember we had a whole pallet of those, the meters that were being installed, so we don't have those any longer.
Those are the
We
nodes.
have a
Those have
few, but
been-
they're called auto shut-off. Those are the only meters that were not installed. And they were the smallest batch of the order. They were something they were trying out as well, and what those were basically if we wanted to, we wouldn't have to go out there. If, let's say, a
Oh, but that was
resident
gonna work
was.
with the software?
Right.
Oh, okay,
So those are the only ones, but all the other meters have been installed, plus
Okay.
more.
okay. Well, good.
And the issue is never with the meters, just to make sure we understand. The meters it's the software pulling.
Right.
It was like we had to physically go read.
Well, thank you. Council, any other questions? Mr. Bonilla? I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, next on page 97, we have the general service for the utility fund. On this one thing you may notice is the interest will be reduced for next year, but it's just a one-time thing. And when we did the meter project, there was some money in the escrow account at the completion of the project, so we're applying that to the fiscal year 2026 payment.
There was a what?
Basically, when the project was completed, we didn't spend all the project funding. There was a little bit left, so it goes straight to the payment.
Okay.
That was part of the agreement, where it was like if there was $1 left over, it went straight to interest.
And this is part of that 4.3?
Correct.
Okay, how much do we have left now?
It was roughly
So
75,000.
So this is it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Woo-hoo. All right. All right. Do you have any questions, council, Mr. Bill? No? Mrs. Bowen?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Next, we have the water plant. This one does have an increase, but this is due to the transition away from raw water from Corpus Christi and to our RO plant. We should be running 100% after January for both wells, so we'll see how, it's still kind of seeing how everything will, once everything is fully running.
Council, any questions? Mr. Bethel?
So do we anticipate the rates to come down once we're at full capacity, or they stay the same, or?
For rates to come down? No, not to.
Well, I mean, I guess rates have come down tremendously, but, or maybe not an increase, do we expect them to stay the same once everything is?
It should.
Yeah, I mean, that's the expectation, so just, and to give you an idea on where we are, so with, you look at the average of our treated water on the surface side, it can be anywhere from on the low end, $3.20 per thousand. On the high end, like $4.25, depending on if it's a wet year or not a wet year. If it's a wet year, then we don't have to pull very much from Lake Corpus Christi. On the treated water, on the RO side, all in, we're at like $3.65. That's constant, right? Our average is roughly average can be anywhere from 360 to 380 on the surface side. So if we're 100% on RO, which it's going to be kind of hard to be 100% because we do want to keep our surface water active as
Right.
backup for as long as there's water in Lake Corpus Christi or Lake Finley, we'll be able to treat that water. And so we're going to run that at cut it down by 2/3, and Demetrio's been working on that, on how we're going to do the different trains that we have, and it'll allow us also to work on trains as we go, because right now they're all working in unison, all the phases and all the steps that we have. And so we expect everything kind of to be the same, but when you look at it for what it's worth, surface water becomes expensive now because your fixed costs are always going to be there. And your variable costs, of course, we're working on, which are the chemical uses and things like that, but your fixed costs are going to be there. So surface water becomes expensive to treat, but we want to have those backups, because there's a big cost to not having water, right?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, here we're looking at the difference between the water purchases and the treated water, and so that's where the fluctuations are here.
Council, any other questions? Mrs. Bowman?
No, I'm okay.
Mr. Esparza, we don't have anything as far as a project for water production or anything that would, maybe not in this budget cycle, maybe in the near future, so
For additional-
that's not in here.
Additional planning for this budget? No, we don't. We have some a project that we want to continue working on and looking at as far as another additional source for additional water.
Right.
But as we get closer to that, we can find a grant along the way that'll help us pay for that. So when you're looking at the reality of where we stand as far as water, we're we have our water source, Lake Finley is where we actually draw water from. Lake Corpus Christi, we pull water, import it in, and so at any given time, now we're working these numbers, but at any given time, we should have about 30 days of water in Lake Finley. Now, but we pump it in, and as fast as we pump it in, before we were where we are now, which is half of the RO is in our system, we were pulling out as fast as we were pulling it in. Actually, we're pulling in more than the 3 million gallons a day because it's going to evaporate while it's sitting there for a little while. And so that's our water is from. We have a water source in Lake Finley, a water source in Lake Corpus Christi, and now we have the water source of the groundwater, the brackish water. But we're also been working on this for about a year, just internally trying to get we have some specs, we have some ideas of what we would like to see as far as a shallower well that's producing fresh water, but maybe to the tune of 400,000 gallons a day. So not a whole lot, not enough to affect people in the area, but just something to give us a little bit more cushion. So we don't have to. We can rely less on Lake Finley even at that. So that's kind of a fourth place where we want to be able to have water, and that's what we're planning. We don't have anything in this budget for that, but if we can get something as far as some funding for a project like that, we'd be applying for it. And if we feel the need that it needs to come up to do a budget amendment or need to move in that sense, we'll be bringing that forth to you guys as well. Now, just to give you an idea of the preparedness that we'd like to do on the piping side, so we have a valve ready and a fitting ready to be able to plug in if we need to that side to be able to put some fresh water in to our system as well. Once we get a small freshwater well, and there's things that you have to do as far as TCEQ to get permissions and the contact time for chlorination and all that. But as far as the hard things that we have, we were doing the piping for this project. We went ahead and did some extra little fittings for the future if we needed.
Great. Okay, and I know that, are we gonna continue to do our, how often is it required to do the chlorine burns? Once a
Well,
year, annually?
not a requirement, and actually, Dimitri, you want to speak on that? We're in the middle of it right now, and so we
Yes.
hadn't done it in a few years, but
Mayor, Council, if you don't mind, can you repeat the question? I could barely hear
In
you back there.
reference to the chlorine burns,
Uh-huh.
how often are we required to have that? Is it annually or?
Well, there's no requirement. That's up to the system. Most systems practice that once a year for preventive maintenance for the interior part, of course, of your water distribution system. We hadn't done a free chlorine disinfection. We want to stay away from the term free chlorine burn because it raises a concern. So it's free chlorine disinfection. Again, traditionally, historically, we were practicing it once a year. The last time was 3 years ago. Just to give you an update, it's working great. All our tanks, elevated storage, ground storage are free of mono. It's all free chlorine. Majority of the furthest points of distribution, the K-bar area, that's free chlorine. Bimbolt area is free chlorine up to our station. Right now, we're working primarily on the far ends of Flournoy. Hasn't quite made it over there. It's there, but it hasn't quite made it over there to get the full effect.
The full,
That's what we asked for the 29 days.
okay.
'Cause it will take that long. There's a lot of low water use. That's why we went ahead and lifted the no watering portion of the DCP.
Okay,
yeah, and when you think about when we're preventing the watering on the lawns, and to get flow in our system, we're having to flush, and
Yes.
we're still using the water because we're required to get those residuals out in some of those areas. So we'd rather let the people use the water instead of us
Right.
flushing it down. So.
So on Flournoy, do you have to do any flushing, like to, if you don't make it in the 29 days?
Right. Other than just having it at the far ends of distribution, referring to Flournoy, we have to work the water in that direction.
Okay.
If you just open the hydrants at the furthest end, it's going to get there, but it's going to take
course.
longer. But if you work it in that direction, that's the quickest way to get it out there.
Okay. I know I had asked our fire chief about our tankers, if we filled them up already. I said, to repurpose that water. But he said we're good, that already has been done.
That's a good practice for water conservation.
Yes.
It's just that all the time you stall on the process, which is the flushing,
Yeah.
it's like starting all over again.
Right.
So we need that constant flush.
Yes.
And
Very
we
good.
have those yellow boxes on some of the hydrants. I don't know if y'all seen them or not.
Yes.
They're automatic flushers on a
Yes.
timer. Mostly at night when the demand is not there. That way we don't have any interruption to the residents
Pressure.
as far as when they want to use the water for whatever purpose they have.
Got it. Very
A lot of
good.
those are for dead end lines. So one of the things that we're looking at trying to avoid the flushing as much as we can. So
Right.
as we go and as we do any some of these costs, we're not cost sharing, but some of these projects we were doing outside the city limits, we're requiring either a chlorinating station out there or for them to loop the line. We don't want to have dead end lines. That's where our problem starts from, is having dead end lines. So we're trying to work the problem from not having to flush as much as we can. So if there's a project happening, we're going to require them to do some work on our water system and not just have a dead end line.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for I know you worked really hard, and Mr. Snudsa, y'all were out there and stuff, so thank you so much.
Okay, I'll make sure to share that with the group.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone,
What
group
an amazing
effort.
team.
I have one more quick question since we're talking about this. You and I discussed one time, and you were talking about back when you were on council, you had talked about kind of a solution, or I guess a suggestion to kind of keeping the chlorine levels higher in the outer,
Yeah, which is, and part of, and that's the chlorinating station is, one of the things that we did for this last K-bar project was require them to install a chlorinating station. So, these are outside the city limits. It's a far area. I always have a concern as we go further out because it's taxing on it's hard on the system to go as far as you can, to meet those residual requirements. And
we're blasting everybody locally. And
yeah,
it gets out
and
there.
so that last one that was done, we second to the last one that was done, we required them to put a chlorinating station. It was a county grant with one of the commissioners out there.
They do it?
That water grant project. And we agreed to have the water out there because we already had a little bit. Now we want a little bit more. And so we're also agreeing to provide water to Coyote Acres. And so they have some issues with their water wells, and they got a receiver to take over their system. They have a grant, and so we agreed to provide them wholesale water, and so that's going to help actually draw more water out there.
Yeah.
But we did require them to put a chlorinating station. I would say that their engineer didn't want to because of the cost, but we said we need it.
Can we visit that again?
Well, we're working on that a little bit at a time. So Jimos County Freshwater,
Yes.
Mr. Toby Flores is wanting to expand his system. And so he may want to come back toward us, and he's actually the receiver for Coyote Acres. And so we're talking about trying to work his way back, so maybe we can, sorry, it's my filter. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Because you talk with your hands.
Yeah.
I do.
I just realized that today.
Yes, you do.
And so we can have a stopping point where maybe we can just do the metering and say, here's a wholesale meter. You've got the distribution system in there, and then he can work that way. And when you do that, there's a couple of benefits. Is some of those areas may be able to get more grants if they're on their own as well, like with his system on Colonia grants or something. So he's willing to do it. He wants to expand his system, and then we can help tie in those areas that are kind of too far for us that we're in already. And so we're working on a plan for overall for our
Great.
system.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
And y'all feel very comfortable with that number on the treated water purchase?
Yeah, that's set by that's maxed out at my contract, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we set it on the top.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or discussion? Mrs. Bowen?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have the Water Maintenance and Construction Department. This is the department that goes in and does the repairs for the water lines and wastewater lines. This one, some differences are on the extra help. We did lower the temps.
I'm sorry, what page are you on?
Oh, I'm sorry, on page 102.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Okay.
You'll notice on the extra help, we did lower that amount, but when we get to special projects, like 2 departments down, you'll notice an increase there, yes, for their salaries. We had hired some, and we were paying them out of the ARP money, but as that's finishing out, now they'll be a part of their department. Another thing you'll notice on page 103 is we did increase the water system improvements and the wastewater system improvements, and that's also due to the ARP funds finishing up.
Say it again, that last sentence, what was that?
On the water system improvements and
100,000.
wastewater system on page 103, we did increase those 2 amounts because some of those projects will be covered through the ARP funds.
They were covered before now.
Yes, sorry,
So
they
now
were.
we're still keeping the same amount of work that we were doing, but now it's not going to be paid for by ARP, so we're paying for it out of the utility.
Cool. Thank you.
Any questions, council?
I'm good.
Mrs. Bowen?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Next, we have the wastewater plant. This department didn't really have any changes. The only increase or big one was the electricity that went up.
What was that? Why?
Right.
It's just we're being more realistic and conservative. You can see last year we paid, in '24, we paid $241 and we budgeted 200, and we want to be as
More
accurate as we can.
accurate.
Right.
Okay.
Next, we have special projects. This one, like I mentioned earlier, the biggest increase you'll notice is the salaries. And this is for the employees that were being funded under the ARP money.
Oh, okay. So some of that is dropping off and we're now gonna, okay.
And then on page 109, these are the transfers out. We have a transfer to general fund, debt service, and then the contribution to AWA. And after all the expenses for the utility fund, we will have a surplus of $1,940.
Why are we doing for AWA? Is that something that they loan or what?
Yeah, that's at,
The debt?
The agreement to finish out.
repayment.
Okay. Council, any questions in reference to this fund? No? Ms. Bowen?
No, thank you.
No? Okay, good.
Ask them afterwards.
Airport,
Okay, next we have the airport. You will notice an increase on the fuel sales revenue. That's probably the biggest change, just something new for that department. It's first year also, so we're budgeting kind of conservatively.
did we get that credit card?
Fuel?
That for the small planes to fuel by themselves?
Not yet.
Not yet, but
still
we're
working
looking
on
at that?
Yeah, we're still working on that. So we have that the credit card terminal. There's some fittings that need to be replaced on that self-serve, and we're getting a quote on replacing the credit card terminal, and also we need to get the fit-in. One of the fittings I think came in. We just need to get it installed. But so that's the avgas that we use. But the what gets used more is the Jet A fuel, and that's what we use in the fuel truck. And so we're selling quite a bit of that now. You know, for us, this is once again we talked about the April. I think had mentioned or Vanessa that we're conservative on the fuel sales. You know, I think we'll be selling more than what we're estimating here, but we just, you know, first year don't have a whole lot to go by. We have an idea from avgas on, you know, what has been sold in the past.
And you're planning on as far as a full-time or something?
Yeah, so when we finished this budget back at the end of July, we were still kind of operating off what we were doing before, but we're looking at doing a on the function sheet back on 117, probably bringing in a full-time airport manager slash, or I should say more of half and half, a lineman that's also an airport manager. Somebody that's going to be able to do like the fittings that we have on that fuel pump and be able to, you know, bring planes in and do the wheel chocks and do what they need to do, fill somebody up when they come in, but also serve as a full-time airport manager. Tim's our part-time airport manager right now. The whole idea probably would be to keep him as an assistant airport manager to be able to be there part-time and maybe lower this expense a little bit on there and bring in somebody full-time. So we'd have 2 full-time people there that would be on staff every day, an 8 to 5. Also looking at some call-outs, and so the airport manager would need to be able to be on call-out after hours. There's a lot of after-hours activity, and then sometimes on weekends. And so after we presented this budget, we continued working on what we're going to need, so we have a better idea of what we're going to utilize this next fiscal year on how we're going to have the operations there. So now we have the task force, or the air assets of the Forest Service there. They've got 3 planes. They have 3 pilots and 3 ground crew. And so they're there every day right now. And I've been talking to them, and so is Odie and Nellie today, and we're visiting with them quite a bit. So they're there every day. Really impressed with the airport operations. You know, come a long way in just a few months. But you know, they're staying in hotels, and they're there 8 to 5 during the day. If they get called out, then we'll fill them up after hours with fuel. They do use Jet A, and you know, we're not a permanent base. They go where they're needed, and you know, from talking to them is when do you know you're going to get reassigned? He says sometimes we only have 3 hours. They say, okay, now you're moving somewhere else, depending on where the need is. But they like our location. They like the airport, and so you know, they could be here for 2 weeks, for 2 months. We just never know. But they're also buying fuel, and so we've been glad that they're here. And so there is quite a bit of activity. Halo Flight is buying fuel from us again.
Good.
And they'll be leasing a space in our big hangar. And we have another helicopter outfit that's going to lease a space in the large hangar that we have as well. So, yeah, things are picking up out there.
Okay, good. I know that I've heard some positive comments of they're happy with what they're seeing. And so we welcome anyone that would like to utilize it. Thank you, Odie, because I know you've worked hard over there. And Mr. Esparza. Thank you. Finance too, because y'all have to, you're like, what? What are you doing? What? You did what? No.
You can't have that dollar.
Well,
it's
but
a lot of
on
work.
that end, some of the nice things.
And then Mr. Esparza, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's coming out of.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. On a lot of these things that the repairs are making, they come out of RAMP grant, the routine airport maintenance program.
Right, exactly.
That we're able to have, and now that just has a 10% match, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we get funds every year for that. And so since terminal building is ours and we're not leasing it as an FBO, we can utilize money to be able to make the repairs we're making on that building. So the funding, in essence, it's federal money. It's either, that one's either state money or federal money. The Texas Department of Transportation, TxDOT, is who administers the non-primary entitlement funds for the airport, and also the RAMP grant. I know for sure the NPE funds are federal FAA money that goes to the state. The RAMP grant, I don't know if that's strictly just state funded or if it's coming from FAA also, but we do have access to those 2 funding mechanisms.
No, it can be a sore subject, but like, how's the county coming in here?
So they are committed to $150,000 of the expenses. They committed last year, but they wanted us to have an interlocal, so the meeting, last month's meeting, we did the interlocal. I did talk to Judge Pete Friday, and he was going to present that to the Commissioner's Court to be able to have the interlocal agreed to, so we can submit for that reimbursement. We've sent them the request, but they haven't reimbursed because we don't have that interlocal in place. But we're getting there. So they're also going to put that the same dollar amount in their budget this year.
Perfect.
Yeah.
150.
Appreciate that, Mike.
Yeah.
Dave, our work.
Stay on it. Thank you.
Okay. And we still apply for the RAMP grant.
Yes, every year.
Every
we will apply
Okay.
for it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Every time I think of RAMP grants.
On some it's also Avgas, who we have a contract with for the fuel. They're one of the, if not the largest company that provides fuel for. And I don't know if it's all airports or just general aviation, but they're the large ones. And they committed to providing some additional signage once we get our new name in Dallas International Airport.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll have that done, I would say, before the end of the year. There'll be new signs out there.
Wow.
It's coming along. It looks
What
really
about-
nice.
What about the road leading to the airport? Have we talked about
Yeah,
on that road?
that's a county road.
County?
I
Okay.
talked to Joe Sines, and asked them to get with the
Okay, good.
commissioner to see if they could help
That
with
would be
road. Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, since since the airport is more alive now and more active, so it's good to just to all around repair those things. Thank you. And Odie. And Nellie. Anybody else?
Robert.
And Robert. Okay.
Picking out the furniture.
That's right. I already tested out mine office.
That was real leather.
Real leather.
Well, and I will say I've been out there and I make it out there quite a bit. Seems like between there and the landfill, I'm either
Yeah.
one or the other. And but the pilots with the Forest Service, they really like the layout that we have now with the recliners and because they're sitting there
Yeah.
all day long. We're trying to make it more convenient for pilots to come in so they can hang out there and do what they need to do while they're
Right.
waiting. And we have had a pilot and a co-pilot come in. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. And that they had been there before and they were comfortable there. We do have snacks for them and drinks
Yeah.
and a kitchen with
Wonderful.
the bathrooms are clean and new and so yeah, they really like it. It's comfortable and cozy for them.
It's great. Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want
Yeah.
people to come and visit us and be comfortable and inviting. So good job.
And most of those folks have our phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Gary called me today, and he was there. They're there every day, and he called today. So they've got Tim's phone number, my phone number. I think they also have yours now. Or not.
Oh, everybody has Odie's. Sometime they bypass
All
me,
right.
right, and go to her.
Sorry.
We're
We
good.
got.
Okay, we're
a
good.
little bit.
On the airport expenses, we did budget for the ramp grant again, so you'll
Right.
notice the expenses of 110,000. And then, the other item, that's new would be the fuel inventory. And again, this is,
You're
estimate,
just,
Right.
but everything else is pretty much the same.
okay.
It's great.
Any other questions on the airport fund?
No, right? I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
That's it.
Next, on page 127, we have the revenue for the golf course. We did propose an increase that we will also discuss at the next meeting with the fee schedule. So you will notice an increase on the revenue. On page 128 on the function sheet, I will be making one change. We will move one snack bar cashier to cashier slash clerk. This person went from a part-time to full-time, so I will be making that change before we adopt the budget.
On 127, I wanted to ask you, so we're not renting out that dining area?
No, that's part of our,
That's just, okay.
But it's utilized, I know that, because I've seen the golfers go in there.
Did we ever address the bathroom? Did we,
The plumbing, right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
smell, the sewer smell.
Yeah, is Jay still there? Did he leave?
He left?
He got his carts and he left.
I think Joe did.
Yeah,
I did.
Joe went out there and we
I think
also
Joe went
had,
out there and,
I've been out there, well, when I did that tournament, and it didn't smell.
yeah.
I actually,
'Cause I know we had Joe, we had Elias with Neffs. and
I
then
think it
we
was
had
when we utilized the kitchen or
Right.
something,
Right.
the vent or something. Okay.
Grease trap,
So,
yeah.
okay,
And we had cleaned that out a couple of times.
okay. So it's gotten better. All right, sorry.
so we do have kitchen help there.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've seen her, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, on the expenses, you will notice an increase. Some items were items to sell, equipment, supplies, and then the golf cart rentals.
Council, any questions in reference to this?
What's the bank charges on page 129? You have,
This,
what's the difference there?
Oh, the
Why?
decrease?
Yeah.
Because that one is, we're implementing it's on the customer.
The T-SNAP.
The T-SNAP, it puts the fees on the
Yeah.
customer to be
Instead
able
of
to
us
charge.
Convenience
Correct,
fees.
Okay.
Instead of us paying the
Paying
fees.
for them, okay,
Yes.
good deal, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I
that-
notice a lot of businesses are doing that now.
Right.
Yeah.
So with our old credit card terminal, it was on us.
Yeah,
And with T-SNAP, they have a built-in terminal, and so that, we're able to change
it's
that.
added on to
Right.
it. Good deal, thank you for that. That's all I had.
okay,
Any other questions for the golf course one?
no. Let's see. Is it done?
20 grand.
Go ahead.
Next we have
What page are you gonna
the
go?
multi-use complex, 137.
Okay.
What are we doing here?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will be making a change on, this one also. We will be putting in some money, some revenue for repairs, and then on the expense side, you'll see it coming right out. And then on the department expenses, it would just be the repairs and then the insurance, payment for this department. Really.
Okay.
No question?
So what's the status of the natatorium as of today? What are we doing with it?
Oh, so we have an agreement with Mr. Marquez and his organization, the Northside Redevelopment Organization, and he's working with Toby Flittis as well. So they're managing it. We're still in, I guess, somewhat of a transition on how it's working, because there's things that needed some repairs that are, like the outside park needed some repairs. There was the sand filters. We had to get some of the veins replaced, and those just took a long time to come in. And so we got that approved, got them to come in, and they're replacing those, the veins in the sand filter. So if you ever looked at a regular pool filter, residential, it's the same kind of system, except this is much larger. You have the PVC that comes in, and then you have all these veins that let water, sand can go through, but the water goes through when it's filtered. And those were wearing out over time. And so sand was coming out of the jets. And so those are getting replaced. We've had to deal with that as well. So some of those repairs, of course, they're on us. And we're making those repairs as we go. But so the outside is not functional right now. The indoor is working. We've had repairs to the lighting. Got the light
I
repaired.
was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, we have some leaks on some fittings. We rebuilt a pump and a motor, and got that installed. And so that's still leaking, but we need to repair that, and we're
Ventilation, need to work on the ventilation.
work on the ventilation. So there's still a lot of things that we're working on to still work with them as far as getting it where it needs to be. But it is, the inside is operational, it's getting utilized. And
Somebody had contacted me about some, the roads that are in the, like for the lanes.
In the
Uh-huh.
pool?
Are those, are we responsible for those, or is that something, who
No,
pays for
just
that?
major repairs, right, are kind of our responsibility.
So
yeah, and
the company that we leased with is responsible for that?
and they will be on the contract. What did we put on the?
If it's over, I'm drawing a blank right.
We put like $5,000.
Is it discretionary on us or on them, or how does it?
Yeah, if it's, I believe it's over the 5 or the 2,500, then we would come to an agreement on how to work a split, depending on what it is. But minor repairs are gonna be on them.
So who determined that?
The cost, once we determine what it's, what,
No, as far as like, does it need to be replaced or not, is that something that we determine, they determine it?
if it needed to be replaced, we would do that collectively, sure, on those. But if you had some complaints on those, are they?
No,
I saw
somebody
'em.
had contacted me about it and said that, whether, is the city gonna replace them, or does the company replace them? Who does it, and who determines that they need to be fixed according to, they can say like, they don't need it, but they might say it needs it.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, we would,
so
it
how
would
does
be a
that
joint
work?
effort on that, to see if they do need replaced, but, I didn't get a good look at them, but I was there about 2 weeks ago, and I remember looking at those. Yeah, I mean, we can look at those again to see what kind of condition they're in.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Well, they're running it, so they should let you know, right?
So on the lease, they've already taken over, right? Okay. So the revenue that comes in for like school swimming and all of that goes to them, and then they're gonna be showing us their budget, and we're still disclosing all that.
Yes.
So I noticed that there was nothing here for second grade for the Alice ISD. Is it, I guess it's all under swim team?
For next year, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, next year, we wouldn't be reporting it because it wouldn't be ours.
Well, they're doing it this year too. That's what I'm saying. Every year, they've been doing it for the past 2
Oh,
years.
for this year, then, I'm sorry, yes, then it's the
School
revenue under
districts.
revised.
Okay.
The recreation and the school districts, you see the 30,000 swim team school district?
So it's under that?
Yes.
Under swim team, no
Yes.
matter what? I mean, because it's teaching the second graders to swim. It's a program.
Yes, because their agreement is, it's a lease and they use it how they see fit.
How-
It's
okay.
all in, right, for their swim team and for the schools.
Wonderful. I love that. Thank you. All right. I'm good.
Okay.
What are you eating? I'm hungry too.
Almost.
Okay, next we have debt service fund. For fiscal year 2026, we will have $2,874,616 in bond payments. And we will be collecting in through property taxes, interest, and then we do have some transfers coming in to cover that from solid waste fund, utility fund, some of the ones we discussed earlier to offset the bond payments.
Council, any questions on the debt service? Mr. Beto? Mr. Molina? Mrs. Bowen?
I'm good right now.
And this does break down each bond if you like to look
Yeah,
at it.
looking at
Each
that,
year
yeah.
with the principal interest and everything.
Shows where we're at.
Next, we have the Hotel Motel.
Page 167.
The revenue, we did budget conservatively, about 300,000 together for the taxes, and then about 150,000 for interest income. That's on, I'm sorry, that's on page 167, yes. And then on the department expenses on page 169, we did kind of keep it in line with this past year's budget. And if there's any suggestions y'all have on how y'all would like some of this to
I
be.
saw the 435. What is that?
Which one?
The parks and stuff we're working on?
You're
Well,
looking
we
at the-
allocated 800 and something from the last budget. This is for this coming budget. 400 and something, or what am I
435.
reading?
Oh, yes.
No?
400.
The
Four,
total-
the 435?
Yes.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, it's a breakdown of, you see the 125 for park supplies, the 4,900 for subscriptions. It's all those items.
It's the
that
total of
that.
those items.
But we didn't do the major because that's what we felt y'all would like to discuss here. We didn't do the city sponsorship because, again, we want y'all to give us the guidance so we can update those as need be. So, but last year, like you said, the 800, that was for the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
So if you name something and you tell us, then we can update it. We just left this basically blank for you to give us direction at this point.
But this is an additional form.
Right.
Okay.
This is for
That's
next
what
year.
I'm
Yes, ma'am. The
reading.
800 is
Yeah.
where you see the revised budget.
But the form, okay. Council, you have any questions or any comments as far as?
So here's where we need to put in, like, for special events like Tana Roots and stuff like that
Correct. Yes,
today.
ma'am. Yes.
We need
You-
to decide
If you
that.
give us a direction, you want us to do the same thing, you want to name the three same events, however, but yes.
How much?
Because right now, we don't have anything in place for it.
So, and this fund, we're also utilizing for repairing some, like, updating our parks, right?
Yes. That's the 125 and the 275.
Yeah,
So we've
right,
included
that's what I
that.
have here.
Yeah, I would suggest just leave it the same as last year. I mean, there weren't any big hiccups or
But-
anything.
As far as the city sponsor?
Yes, sir.
But who do we have to list them? I mean, designate them to,
I think it would help us.
It would help.
It would help us. That way we know, okay, because we get a lot of, oh, well, I thought I was gonna get this amount. I
Right.
thought it was gonna be this amount. To me, it would help if you designated.
last year for Tejano Roots and for the event they have in January, last year we gave them 12.5.
For each event, for
And the
Cinco
year-
de Mayo and for the awards.
And can you tell me what we did the year before? Because I know we used to give them 10, and then it went up.
Well, at one time, it was based on that.
Right, that
deal.
scale.
That's
that
what it
scale,
was,
correct.
We
yes.
just went by that because we dropped the ball. I say us up here, because we were supposed to designate, okay, well, we're gonna do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, we should have gone back and revamped that application process, and to just streamline it, we just said, we'll just do this, and that's the way it got done.
Right.
Last year, I wanna say.
And I want to say y'all simplified it, said we don't need
So
to do that.
12, so we did 12.5 then.
Last year for each event.
I think we should just leave it the same, Robin. I mean,
And if something else comes up, we can always just come in and amend it for something.
can we
minor. But it
can
was
do
still-
that.
But it was still under the same provisions that it was a 2-day event where would constitute, hotel stays, right, or something like that.
So,
Could we do like could we do a set up, and say this is for,
I think we can list those two, because we know about them and they're, he's always doing them. But I think, in my opinion, I feel more comfortable if something comes up with a month or, in advance, that we can put it on the agenda and discuss it at that time. We can do that as well, right? Because right now, we have no idea who's going
But
to
have
come
the money
forward.
available, but have it.
Well,
Have it designated, like
So-
so much.
Well,
So
normally
you're earmarking so much
these
money.
these events are planned like 3 or 4
Right.
months in advance. So if somebody wants to put something together on the fly, then that kind of puts us in a pinch, because, like right now, really that's the only organization that puts together these citywide, and they're free. They don't charge at the door,
Right.
and they're nonprofit, so,
And they're well
Hey,
advertised.
The way I look at it, I've been here a while, so the way I look at it, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And we've tried to fix it before, and it just made more issues for staff and whatever, Michael and Gabe, so I'd say, like I said, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Let's just leave the 27 in there, and something else comes up with a forehand knowledge, we can reconvene and address an amendment or some kind of minor.
Well, I understand that, but all I'm saying is that we are aware of people coming in and, utilizing this money, that we know about it prior,
We did
somehow.
12.5 each event.
So we get notified, it just doesn't happen, and all of a sudden it's like, what happened here? I didn't even know about this.
Right.
That $5,000 was given to somebody, you know? That's all I'm saying, is that we kind of know what,
Well,
where the
if
money's
we want
going.
to designate right now, you know, the two allotments to Tejano Roots, which is our community.
25?
I agree,
Oh,
25.
12.5 each time.
Yeah,
For
12.5
times
each
two.
one.
Okay, and then I apologize, I missed it, and you wanted something on top of that?
No,
No,
Just the two
Just
events?
for now.
Just the two.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
'Cause that's
And
what
you
we-
could come back.
That's what we know about. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I agree.
Thank you. I didn't realize what you were shooting, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay. And then just leave the maintenance as is?
Right, and if
Okay.
anything comes up, that we are aware of it prior.
Just try and keep it simple. Thank you. Gabe.
Love it, thank you. All right.
Okay,
Any other questions?
no other questions?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Think we're at a stopping point?
Yeah,
We're good?
yeah, we can, it's a good stopping point, and we can bring up a recap and then bring up some capital improvements at the next budget meeting.
Which is next Tuesday,
Yes,
right? Is it a morning one?
it's a morning,
10 a.m.?
yes.
Next Tuesday, 10 a.m.?
At the next budget workshop, then we'll address some of the things that have been
Correct.
an update, okay.
We'll bring a kind of updated of what we went through, like a little spreadsheet that Vanessa normally puts together. And then we'll go over fee schedule.
And the email and those things too?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Not the one from today, but,
No, yeah.
okay. All righty then. Nothing else, council, we're good? Okay,
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, everybody.
Mr. Esparza, nothing else? We're good. Okay. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to our next agenda item, which is adjournment.
May I make a motion to adjourn?
Okay. We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Meeting is adjourned. It is 3:45 PM. Everyone have a good day. Thank you, everyone.